Wow, Traverse City. Love all pinball machines too here. Great to see you all on this exciting night, in this exciting moment for our campaign. I'm so grateful that you're all here sharing this expansion of Team Benson with me, with our special guest, Pete Buttigieg, who I'm going to introduce in a few minutes. But I want to just emphasize before I do the critical moment that we're in, not just today, but not just over the next couple of weeks, but what we have an opportunity to do over these next few months. We're at a critical moment for our economy and our democracy, and the work that we do over the next several months is going to define the future of both for generations to come. And this is personal to me because I'm the mom of a 10-year-old little boy, and I know everything we do over the next not just 4 months, but in 8 years will define his childhood. It will define his future, and it will define the future of our loved ones all across the state. But here in Michigan, we know how to take challenging times and make them opportunities to grow. We've done that for democracy. I've been so proud to serve as your chief election officer over these last several years. An extraordinary time for our democracy. And you know, when I took office, we were ranked 31st in the nation for elections. We're now number 2 nationwide for safe, secure elections. We have had back to back the highest turnout elections in our state's history, and we lead the nation in youth vote turnout here in Michigan. And it's not lost on me that we achieved those great gains for our democracy in the midst of one of the most challenging times for elections, where we have seen powerful and wealthy interests trying to interfere with your voices and the votes of Michiganders all across the state. But I want you to know that even when it requires me to shelter in my home, protecting my kid against armed protesters on my front lawn, even if it's the President of the United States threatening me on social media and beyond, even when it requires us to stand firm, I will always proudly stand up to anyone, anytime, anywhere who would try to interfere with the rights and the freedoms of our Michiganders. I've done that proudly as Secretary of State, and I'm ready to do it as the next governor of Michigan. I learned how to do that from my parents, who are special education teachers, public school teachers, who taught me firsthand how we all have a responsibility to make sure everyone can thrive, and how we all have a responsibility to ensure everyone has a seat at the table, that every voice is heard. It's why I started my career doing civil rights work, but it's also why I built a career standing up to bullies, because I know here in Michigan and all around the nation, in a democracy, the power of the people must always be greater than the people in power. And that's the work we're going to do together to make sure that's real in the state of Michigan. And as I travel the state, we're on the 5th or 6th day of our statewide tour. It's the Costs Down, Wages Up statewide tour, an effort to connect with Michiganders all across the state about my vision, our plan to ensure government is showing up when you need it and then getting out of the way. And I know right now, at least at the federal level, it feels kind of like government is showing up everywhere we don't want it and nowhere where we actually need it. And I see the effects of that every day as I talk to Michiganders, too many moms who have to literally choose, between whether to eat and pay for childcare, seniors on a fixed income not sure how they're going to cover the cost of life-saving medicine, small business owners who are worried about how they can keep the lights on as electricity costs continue to skyrocket while we have some of the worst power reliability and the most number of power outages in the nation. We have a responsibility and an opportunity in this moment to see those struggles and do something about it. Because, yeah, a lot of people feel like we are in a broken system and no one is listening. But we as Democrats know not only are we listening, we know how to fix this broken system. I know how to fix this broken system because as Secretary of State, I've not only overseen our elections, I also oversee the Department of Motor Vehicles. So I run the DMV, so I'm very popular. Everyone loves the DMV. There's even a sitcom about how great it is. But here in Michigan, we've actually been able to show that you can take a broken bureaucracy and make it one of the most efficient poster childs for government working to save you time and save you money and make your life easier. We have eliminated wait times, put kiosks in grocery stores, put mobile offices all across the state so that we can literally show up for you in senior centers and community gatherings all across the state and demonstrate firsthand through experience what it's like for a government that works well for you and drives down your costs and protects protects your pocketbook. That's what I want all of the state of Michigan to show to every single resident of the state. And that's what this campaign is about. Costs down, wages up, and protecting you. Your safety at the ballot box, your kids' safety in schools, all of our safety in places of worship, and safety in our communities and of our pocketbooks. Because no matter how wealthy or powerful someone might be, I will never be afraid to stand up to them on your behalf and fight to ensure that you are protected and free. And my friends, I believe that is the fundamental job of the next leader of the state, to make sure I'm working every day to streamline government and fight for policies and a budget that will drive down costs, grow our economy, and protect the safety and security of every Michigander in this state. I'm in this as a parent, as a mom, as a wife of a veteran, as the daughter of public school teachers, and as a seasoned administrator who knows what it takes to fix broken systems and make them work for you. And I'm ready to win this campaign. This is my 4th statewide election, and every time I've been on the ticket, I've gained support from voters all across the state, including right here in Traverse City. In 22, we won by 14 points, including in counties that no other Democrat had won.